Hello everyone, my name is Mohammed. Today actually I'm going to explain to you how to renew your Hazmat material endorsements in New York City or New York State. Now first of all, for those of you that don't know what hazardous material is, it's a special type of endorsement if you're planning to transport hazardous materials in your Class C, B or A vehicles. Basically you need an endorsement to do that. You cannot transfer any type of hazardous material without the endorsement, so you basically need the endorsement in order to do that. Now this video is basically going to show you how to renew the hazardous material endorsement, what a lot of people don't know. I mean, some items have changed over the last couple of years. People used to go to different places to get fingerprinted or even come to the DMV. Now basically you just go to Identical Solutions, which I'll explain, and that's how you'll basically able to get the hazardous material endorsement renewal. Now a lot of people do get mail at home. The DMV will send you a hazardous material mail. It'll have two types of form. Has 400, that's one type, and then the other one I'll show it to you a little later is what's called Has 44R, basically the renewal. So these are the two forms that you have to fill out. Basically what you do is, if you don't receive it, it's for those people that don't receive it or are having a hard time understanding it. This is why I have this video, to show you how to do this. So basically what you do is you go over here on Google, again click on Hazmat Renewal New York City. Once you do all that, just click on the first link, get a hazardous material hazmat endorsement. Click on it, and basically you'll see the New York State sign over here, services, news, government and local, and you just go down and get a hazardous material hazard endorsement. Well, you're not going to go all over here. It's up to you if you want to read all this, how to apply for hazardous endorsement. Basically it's all this that tells you what to do, if there's a background check, if you have a written test. Well, if you do take it, I mean, obviously you have to pass a hazardous material written test. Yeah, and it's basically $5 for the written test, and once it only if you have a CDL license, it's only valid in there. Don't think if you have a regular driving license you could take the test. No, it's only for commercial driving license. So if you have a Class C, B, and A, you take a written test, you pass, you basically get a hazardous material endorsement on your license. Obviously you're gonna get a background check. But like I said, this video is basically renewal, so I'm not going to go all over that. I will make another video on how to get this, so it will be a different video. So basically you click on this one, application for hazardous material endorsement, Has 44. You click on it, and obviously a new screen is going to pop up with Has 44 license application. And let me see, once it opens, it will basically have an instruction on how to basically fill out. As you can see, the Federal Transportation Administration requires all drivers who are applying for a hazardous material endorsement to complete and sign this form. Be sure to provide all information requested on page 1 and 2. Mail the complete application, a copy of your legal status documents to Hazmat Unit, New York State, DMV 6 Empire State Plaza, Albany, New York 12228. Obviously this is the question you have to go through. You have to send it to them. I mean, don't worry if you end up forgetting something, because they do end up calling you, which is very nice of them. They called you and let you know this, and you have forgotten this portion. You've forgotten this. So basically what you do is, once you send them this application to them, make sure if you have your birth certificate or copy of your passport, I think it will tell us on the bottom. Basically you have to attach it and send it to them to show that you are a U.S. citizen, or if you're born here, you're a born citizen. So basically they're not this license endorsement is only for people that are basically U.S. citizens, not for anyone else, unfortunately. So you fill this out. It says, I certify that I meet the federal requirement in 49 CFR and Part 3 and have a valid U.S. medical examiner certification. For those of you that don't know what this is, it's basically a medical certification for those people that have a commercial driving license. So every 2 years or 1 year, depending on your status, you actually have to do a medical certification from a licensed DMV physician, where they check your heart rate, they check your like with EKG, your blood pressure, if your diabetes level, your protein level. It's like a whole test, and once you pass the test, they give you a medical certification. It's going to be a paper stating that you passed. You could either, if I'm correct, some doctors do give you the paper, others mail it to the DMV to get on their record. So it's up to your doctor. So whichever doctor you have, you could get a request to have it in your pocket, because if I'm correct, you're supposed to have this in your pocket all the time. If a police officer pulls over, or anyone that's doing inspection asks you for it, so you're supposed to have it just in case. So basically, you put your license ID number, whichever it is, you put it down over here. For some reason, I cannot write this over here. I would have showed it to you step by step. But basically, your license ID number comes over here. Once you do that, you put in, are you applying for a hazmat or combination for hazmat and tanker? Now, for those of you that don't know, hazardous material has two types. There's a hazmat and a tanker. Tanker is basically liquid. You could say like you're transporting milk, water, like people that drive the sanitation truck. That's considered as like a tanker vehicle. Like something that's non-hazardous material is a tanker endorsement. Then there's a hazmat endorsement, which obviously tells you it's a dangerous substance where you're supposed to have. So these are the two types. Some people have combined. They take two endorsements. They take the hazardous material and they take a tanker endorsement, so it becomes all in one. So they could do a combination. Some people only have the hazmat and they don't have a tanker, so they just put this one. So whichever you have, you click on one of them. Type of application is it a new? For the people that are doing this brand new, you have to click in new. If this is a renewal, you click on renewal. Transfer, then it's transfer. Okay, so once you do whichever one you are basically with, so most likely it's a renewal video, so it's going to be renewal. Then you put the serial number again, if applicable. If you have it, some people don't, so don't worry about it. If you don't have it, you don't have it. You put your last name first, then obviously your first name, middle name, if you have it, date of birth, whichever date of birth you have, put it down. Weight, eye color, just copy it down. It should be on your DMV license in it. So make sure if you don't want to put down eye color blue on your license, say it's black. So make sure if whatever it is on your DMV, just copy your license over here. Hair color black. This all should be in the DMV license. Sex male and female. Previous name if used. If you have any previous name, I mean, you shouldn't be worried about it. Just don't put it. It's up to you if you want to, but you don't want to make it more complicated. That's what I could recommend, because if this is a renewal, so you shouldn't have. Do all this. Country of birth, USA, common sense. City of birth, Brooklyn, whichever city you're in, Queens. State of birth, not required if born outside the United States. So state, if you work in New York State, so put down New York State. Address where you get your mail. So basically, wherever you get your mail address, you put it over here with city, state, zip code, country. Address where you live, your physical address where you live. Some people have different mailing address from physical address, so make sure whichever it is, you look at it correctly. So whatever address you live, you put down over here again with city, state, zip code, and country. And then a previous address where you lived. It's up to you. You don't have to, but I don't think it's necessary to put it down. Are you a citizen? Yes or no? Country of citizenship. I mean, if you're a U.S. citizen, then these questions do not relate to you. If you're not, then whichever questions relate to you. If you're a naturalization date, if you're an alien registration number, whatever it is, just make sure this is it. If born abroad to United States, check the State Department form number. Again, this is for people that are born outside the United States, whichever of these form is, to make sure you check with it. Again, this was the legal status, assigned number, expiration date is all this part of this. Acceptable documents, proof of legal status. Just like I said before you send out this application, they want to see your acceptable legal status. So how can you do this? U.S. passport, not expired. Make sure it's not expired, guys. I mean, some people, you'll be surprised how many people will send the U.S. passport that's expired and it will just come back to you. What's the point of doing all that? Just make sure you read it correctly. Not expired. Certified copy of a birth certificate. If you have a birth certificate, just make a copy and send it to them. Consular report of birth abroad are issued by the United States Department of State. So this is another form that you could get if you're born outside the United States, some type of form. Certificate of naturalization issued by the United States is another. Certificate of citizenship issued by the United States Department of Homeland Security. Again, there's another certificate of citizenship. Permanent residence card, not expired. Again, not expired. So make sure whichever it is, you fall into category, you follow it through. And there's a question for as well, section employment history. Have you undergone or are you going to get DHS, including TSA security threat assessment? Again, whichever question comes to you is yes or no. Most people is going to be no. Have you had or do you have a DHS TSA credential? Example, aviation worker, certified cargo screener, whichever it is. Again, it's a yes or no. If yes, then obviously explain. If yes, you just keep on explaining. Name of your current employer. I mean, if you're working with some type of employer with Uber, Lyft, just put it down. Just put in the phone number, address of wherever it is, city, state. Just you want to make sure if you're not, make sure everything is correct. Disqualification, criminal offenses. Now, basically, disqualification is always, like they'll tell you, like, part is permanently disqualifying criminal offense. A driver will be permanently disqualified from holding a hazmat endorsement if he or she was convicted or found not guilty by reason of insanity for any of the following reasons. So these are serious crimes, criminal offenses. So if they're basically saying that if you fall into any of these categories, if they found out, you'll be disqualified for operating a hazardous material endorsement on your license, and you won't be able to drive it. So make sure. Most of us, like I said, know, but some people might not know they have they did a serious crime. So it's up to the person. Interim disqualification offense. A driver will be disqualified from holding a hazardous material if he or she was convicted or found not guilty by reason of insanity within the previous 7 years or was released from prison the last 5 years for any of the following felonies: unlawful possession, use, sale, extortion, dishonesty, fraud, bribery, smuggling. So these are all also basically disqualifying offenses. So if you have a clean license, it won't be a problem. If you've been convicted of murder, maybe if you committed espionage, maybe that, of course, that's gonna give you a hard time. But they always will let you know. You will not have to find out from the, like, keep on calling. They will let you know if if you're disqualified. And I'm pretty sure there's always a way for to fight that and just prove it, like, this is not the reason why you should be disqualified. You can always fight back everything. So it's always good to know. Under warrant, a driver will be disqualified from holding a hazardous material if he or she is wanted or under indictment in any civilian or military jurisdiction for a felony. So basically, they think if you have a felony again, they could always disqualify you. Have you been convicted or found not guilty by reason of insanity? Obviously, most of us is going to be no. All these questions. Have you released from incarceration in any jurisdiction, military, civilian, for committing any disqualifying crime? Again, it's going to be no. Have you been convicted or found not guilty by reason of insanity? Again, it's going to be no. Are you wanted or under indictment for any disqualifying crime? Listen in part C. No. Have you ever been indicted as a lack mental? Well, obviously, it's going to be no. So once you read this and you make sure, read the certification disclosure, you sign here and you date here. Once you do that and you put a copy of any of your legal status with it, you just mail it to them. The mailing address again is going to be over here, New York State to Hazmat Unit, New York State DMV 6 Empire State Plaza, Albany, New York 12228. That's the address where you have to send. Make sure you please print clearly. Sometimes people write so bad that they don't understand what it is. So always write neat and clear. If you can't, just give it to somebody that in your family, friends that could do that for you. So always better to have it neat and clean. So once you mail this in and everything, now you just do this request for New York State Fingerprinting Service information form. So before complete this form, please read the following. Please read the instruction on page 2. So basically, what this is the fingerprints form. You have to fill this out before you get fingerprinted. So if you don't, like sometimes what this basically is, you're requesting a fingerprinting. Like basically, once you go to the fingerprint station, this is basically you get handed to them, saying that I'm here for my fingerprints. But you just cannot just have this and just go to any station. You have to make an appointment with them, which I will let you know shortly. And that's what basically this form is for. It's for the fingerprint form, as it's stated. So you put down your license ID number. So let's put 2222222. It's all 9 digits. Again, you put down the first name. So let's put John Doe. Street address 1222 Anywhere Street. City, let's put Brooklyn. State, let's put New York. Zip code, let's put 11236. So place of birth, daytime phone number. So let's put 347-399-9878. Oh, what happened? 399-9878. Daytime phone type, whichever it is. It's up to you, whichever you guys have. Let's put cell for now. Date of birth, so let's put 12/09/1991. Let's put 91. age, oh, you guys gotta calculate that. So if you're whatever age you are, so let's put 30 for now. Gender male or female, height 5 feet 5 inches, weight 202 pounds, race, let's put Asian, ethnicity, not Hispanic, skin tone, so light brown, hair color brown, eye color brown. So basically you have to fill all this out, and the wonderful part about this, you can actually do it on the computer. You don't even have to place of birth, country, obviously USA, New York, country citizenship, well, not applicable, just put NA, and basically, you know, it tells you like federal, state requires a commercial driver who apply for a hazardous material endorsement be fingerprint as part of the qualification. So you see this place, More for Trust ID. This is a place where you have to go to get fingerprinted. You can either call them up at this number, or you could go to the website. I will actually show it to you how the website looks like, so that you know you guys get familiar with it. So once you go here, they'll schedule you fingerprint. The form must be completed as described below and taken to the fingerprint site at the time of the appointment. So basically you're taking this to your appointment, and you just bring a proof of, acceptable proof of document. That's you. So basically, is applicant information. Provide all the information that is requested. The application must possess a valid New York State photo commercial driving license or an interim New York State commercial driving license obtained by a New York State non-commercial photo license in order to comply with the New York State Hazmat endorsement. If the application name and date of birth written in this form must exactly match the name and date of birth as it appears in New York State commercial driving license. So basically making sure that if everything's correct. Applicant must bring one proof of identification to the fingerprint site. Your New York State commercial driving license, you have to bring that. If not, then bring a foreign passport. If not, bring a U.S. passport or a permanent resident mailing card. Whichever one it is, just bring one, please. This form, when completed, provides the personal information which is confidential. Basically, just make sure everything's correct. Don't leave anything behind. They've shredded everything. They're very, like this. So basically, once you fill this out, you bring it there and you get fingerprinted. Oh, I forgot to show you the identical. Where was it again? I just saw the link. One moment, guys. Strange. Oh, here it is. Identical. Now, once you go here, you could either call them up or you could go there. So this is how it should look like. Identical by More for Trust. So basically what you're going to do, you're going to click on this, get fingerprinted. So it says select a fingerprint service by state. So whichever state you are, I don't know which state you guys are looking for, but if you're New York State, you guys should know if you're in New York State. So so you click on New York and you click on go. Okay, then it tells you we are currently processing fingerprint for these agencies below: Department of Health, Department of State, Liquor. I mean, More for Trust does a lot of fingerprints for different reasons. So if you guys, basically, if you guys doing hazardous material, then these are all the items that they do fingerprints. Even the New York State Education Department, the record review, all this, they do that for fingerprinting. So basically, what you do is you click on Start Fingerprinting. Now it asks you a question for changing an appointment, for fingerprint rejection notice. Somehow it happens that you've been fingerprinted and you get rejected. The fingerprint wasn't correct. They didn't have enough of your fingers. I don't know. There's a lot of reasons we could get rejected, but this is what it is. You click on Schedule a new appointment. Your ORI number. Your ORI number is actually the page that I just showed you before. The one I just typing and everything. The Hazmat, I can't even remember the number, but one of the forms that I showed you where I was putting in the questions, with the license number and everything, that has an ORI. It should be NYS. Look at that, Hazmat. This is what should it be. So you click on this, New York State Hazmat. So basically what it does is you just have to complete all this. I can't go through it because have all the information for me. They're gonna reject me because I already scheduled my own fingerprint for the hazmat. So basically what this do is after that they're gonna ask you questions and everything regarding this. So they'll ask you, like, is this the correct form, which location you're going to do the fingerprint and everything. So once you finish that, they'll schedule an appointment. They'll ask you which you want to schedule it by your zip code, you want to schedule by something else. So once you do all that, then you'll be able to schedule an appointment. And the fee is going to be $145 to $150. It's a little bit expensive, so make sure they ask you a question: how do you want to pay? Do you want to pay on the site when you go there? Do you want to pay right now? I would recommend that you pay on the site, just in case something is missing and everything. You don't want to pay it beforehand, and then you go there and then you find out that that you messed up, and then rescheduling, and they probably charge you more money. So I recommend that when you go there, have the let's go there, pay by they take cash. I think they don't check cash, I'm sorry, they take check, money order, and credit debit card. So they do all that. So this will tell you, once you go in, it will tell you what they have, what they need. Other than that, guys, that's how you basically renew your hazardous material endorsement license. If you like the video, please like, subscribe. I'll be having more videos on other items as well during my time. I'm gonna upload more videos on DMV, or how to get a commercial driving license, how to get a motorcycle permit, how to get an escort vehicle license. So I'm gonna put all that in, and I will educate you guys getting all that. If some people that don't know, you'll basically know how to get all this. Thank you very much for your time to listen to my videos. Please like and subscribe again, and have a wonderful day. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.